there was a revolution happening in the European countries, and the first cafe was formed because of that. People met together, had a cup of coffee, and discussed politics. This is how a cafe culture even began. My name is Suhas. I'm a Bangalore boy, born and brought up here in Bangalore. I have done my business management, bachelor's in business management, and then I went about doing my master's in international business and finance. And then I have studied, I've done my coffee diploma with Specialty Coffee Association, and also I've done my post-harvest processing from Sustainability Coffee Institute. I'm India's first authorized trainer from SCA, and I own a specialty coffee shop called Benki Coffee, and I own an equipment company that is India's only and first specialty coffee equipment manufacturing company. And we also distribute 50 global brands, and I own an academy called Specialty Coffee Academy of India, which is a SCA premier campus. So love for coffee started when I was in school. The second cafe coffee day in India opened close to my house in South Bangalore. I used to cycle past it every day, and I used to save up 2 weeks of pocket money to go drink a cappuccino at a cafe coffee day. Right then and there is where I fell in love with coffee. I love the whole vibe, the aura, the experience that I had in a cafe coffee day. There used to be a jukebox, there used to be, all the cool kids used to hang out there. So this is how I fell in love with coffee, and then now it's life. So coffee had this aura. It is not just a beverage that you have every day. There is so much of science to it. How can you brew it better? So much of chemical compounds in coffee you need to understand to brew a better cup of coffee and things like this. The simplicity and the complexity. The simplicity of how a coffee brought together people. Historically, this has happened. So that bit of it, and also the science bit of it, both of these really intrigued me and then dragged me into this whole rabbit hole. After my master's, I landed a job in the Middle East. I moved there. I got exposed to a lot of the specialty coffee cafes and the science behind it in general. That's when I started studying coffee with SCA, finished my diploma, and I did come back home in 2017, and I started the coffee shop and the equipment company. So 2017, when I came back home, there was nothing in terms of equipment. There were here and there were really small players bringing in things, and there was no focus. There was no one solution provider where you could walk in through their doors and you could get everything. There was nobody like that in the market. So that's how I decided that I should come here and set it up and then educate people. So we started doing competitions. We were the first ones to do like a brewing competition, which is called the AeroPress Championship. So all of this started happening. Of course, I had industry that helped me do this. There were like few coffee professionals, really passionate coffee professionals out there who wanted the same thing, who wanted the market to grow, who wanted the education, consumer education level to grow, etc. And now it's in front of everyone how big the industry is, how the revolution is happening in the country in terms of coffee. I mean, I was a filter coffee guy being in Bangalore, and as I evolved, I started liking more acidic coffees, more brighter coffees, more fruity coffees. However, South Bangalore crowd likes more bold, chocolatey, long aftertaste sort of coffees. What is it that they would enjoy in that cup of coffee? Understanding that gives me a lot of fun. Understanding that and then making that cup of coffee to that customer, and the adrenaline rush that you get when they say, "Hey man, this coffee is amazing," right? Is what really drives me. So I would say that's why coffee can never get boring, I feel. It'll always keep evolving and then becoming better and better and better. So when I was working for the French coffee company, the company also had a distribution rights for Monin in UAE. So every day we used to work with the bartenders who were in the company. Even though I used to handle coffee, when I went to clients, we used to take the whole portfolio together. That was my first exposure to Monin, and that's when we started using syrups in coffee. It was still a very acceptable thing because coffee was just taking off. A lot of flavored coffees was a very acceptable thing back then, where flavors were more prominent than coffee. It has changed. It is the other way around now. And even cocktails, the bars and everything, we're all using Monin. So that was my first experience with Monin in the Middle East. So what I like about Monin the most is I was fortunate enough to meet the owners once in Gulf Food in Dubai once. And the way they spoke to me, I was a nobody in the whole chain, in the whole empire of Monin, they being in that many countries. But the way he spoke to me, being a family owned, and that trickled down. Even though I was not working for Monin, I was with one of the distributors of Monin. That trickled down into the distributors, that trickled down into the employees. That is what I really like about Monin the most. And of course, there is innovation that happens, which is amazing. The flavors that they come up with, and the turnaround time that they have for bringing in new flavors, understanding the trends in different countries, etc. is another amazing thing about Monin. So coffee means everything. Coffee means literally everything. I like to grow it. I'm growing coffee now. I'm roasting coffee. I'm brewing coffee. I make equipment, and all of it. So I would say it's everything. If I were to put one word there, I would say it's everything. And for me, I would like to, as a company, as an entrepreneur, I would like to grow whatever I'm doing. More growing of coffees, more equipment, and I really want to be 100% made in India. It's not possible yet. I'm not an engineer by education, so I don't really know how to build machines. We have managed to build a couple of machines with whatever small knowledge I have, but I would really love for the company to be a 100% made in India company, because manufacturing gives you so much of satisfaction that no amount of trading can give you, is what I feel. So this is the larger picture for me personally.